I wanna love your body, girl, in every single way. We have to tell it and we getting it on. Baby girl, tell me what you wanna do. Yeah, right. We can stop on the bed, bath and beyond. Baby girl, tell me what you into. Yeah. Cause every day and night, every night and day, I wanna love your body, girl, in every single way. Every day and night, every night and day, I wanna love your body, girl, in every single way. Forever, my lady, like Jody said. You see your body keep controlling me, and I'm trying to get it popping like it's ecstasy. But your body should stay close to me. We gon' get it poppin', we gon' get it poppin' and soaking wet, fuck around. Got your girls, man, they all upset. Where you at? Where you at? Where you been spending time? Got a man, I always hit you up, but you not around. I be on not a man, I'll hit you up on the phone. I'm head down to pick you up, baby girl, when you all alone. I wanna call you up, but I can't do that shit. Come over here, baby, you the one I'm rolling with. You the one I'm fooling with. I spend the hours, 1,000 flowers and tuna fish. Baby girl, you the only one that I'm dealing with. I swear to God, the MC Hammer catch you too legit. And didn't know that you my mama mia. Baby girl, you picture perfect like the Mona Lisa. Take you out to France, do it a little dance. Telling me that you love me, you posting it on the gram. And didn't know that you my mama mia. Baby girl, you picture perfect like the Mona Lisa. Take you out to France, do it a little dance. Telling me that you love me, you posting it on the gram. Baby girl, I got plans for you. Better yet, I made plans for two. Take your time, let me admire you. And baby girl, we get it poppin' like we supposed to do. We can start from the stairs, girl, I promise an hour. After we're done with your raise, we can jump in the shower. I'll tell the world that it's yours, baby girl, that it's ours. Anything that you need in life, baby, I got you. Baby girl, you the one, boo. Cause you be the one time it's up, I turn to. Girl, I really love and I do admire you. You the one that I need. Baby girl, you the one, boo. Cause you be the one time it's up, I turn to. Girl, I really love and I do admire you. You the one that I need. Every day and night, every night and day, I wanna love your body, girl, in every single way. Every day and night, every night and day, I wanna love your body, girl, in every single way. We have to tell it and we're getting it on. Baby girl, tell me what you wanna do. Yeah, right. We can stop on the bed, bath and beyond. Baby girl, tell me what you into. Yeah, cause every day and night, every night and day, I wanna love your body, girl, in every single way. Every day and night, every night and day, I wanna love your body, girl, in every single way.
WW.
If I got problems, relationship not among them. And if they bump me again, you're the only one I want. All of them, I look on my betty. Oh yeah, she wanna see romance. Oh yeah, her body so interesting. Oh yeah, she get it back from big testing. Oh yeah, falling hard for you. Oh yeah, hard comes to. Oh yeah, my back to. Oh yeah, feeling my back to. Oh yeah, all of them, I look on my betty. Oh yeah, she wanna see romance. Oh yeah, her body so interesting. Oh yeah, she get it back from big testing. Oh yeah, daddy I'm for you. Oh yeah. All for you, oh yeah. My back to, oh yeah. Are you feeling my back to, oh yeah. My baby tell me say, she love my style. She really wanna be the one to walk down. Let me down now, if I ever break your heart. If I ever lie, if I ever leave you, let me cry. Everything going up, you the only one who keeps me calming down. The way you give me peace of mind, I know say you don't ever wanna see me frown. Now they got love I'm looking for, doing anytime. Where you are, where you come from, where you from come. So now my son wanna compare. Oh no, sorry, what she doesn't compare. Oh no, Boy, if you force her to show yourself, she will lay you down flat, girl, it's so bad. That's my baby, yeah. You can blow all your own wrist. That's my baby, yeah, yeah, yeah. All of them now they want my Betty, oh yeah. She wanna see romance, oh yeah. Her body so you jazz me, oh yeah. She get it back from Big Justin, oh yeah. Falling hard for you, oh yeah. Hard comes to, oh yeah. My back too, oh yeah. Feeling my back too, oh yeah. All of them now they want my Betty, oh yeah. She wanna see romance, oh yeah. Her body so you jazz me, oh yeah. She get it back from Big Justin, oh yeah. Now they am for you, oh yeah. All for you, oh yeah. My back too, oh yeah. Are you feeling my back too, oh yeah.
Allen Bernard International, or ABR, is a management consulting firm with a team of consultants and associates who focus on growing and transforming home healthcare agencies, nonprofits, and small businesses in other industries as well as individuals. Our services include ABR Business Support Services, ABR Accounting and Tax Services, and ABR Anti-Money Laundering Compliance Services. At ABR, we bring to each assignment dedication and commitment, experience and skills, performance-based process, integrated solution teams, and client relations. For more inquiries on our services, call phone number 469-378-3955. That's Allen Bernard International, or ABR, transforming business through ideas.
Don't sleep, go.
When you talk durable, environmental friendly, and an all-weather surface smoothener, the only name that comes to mind is Zize Quality Paints. Zize Quality Paints come in all color and is produced in the USA. You don't have to worry anymore, because with Zize Quality Paints, you can change from oil to water-based paint with no damage to your wall or surface. And also, Zize Paint doesn't peel your wall. The good news is we can customize your paint based on your preference. Locate our offices in Police Academy Junction, RRA Highway, and our newly opened branch at LMC Junction, St. Paul Bridge, Bourgeois Island. For the first of its kind in Liberia, Zize Quality Group of Companies Incorporated introduces the Painter Referral Cash Commission. Professional painters can earn referral cash commission ranging from $5 United States dollars to $375 United States dollars when your client buy minimum total sale value greater than or equal to $200 United States dollars per transaction. This offer runs from September 5th, 2022 to December 31st, 2022. Interested professional painters can contact any of our Zize Quality Paint store locations. This is our way of appreciating our valued professional painters for their support and continuous commitment to doing business with us. The qualification is just simple. You must be a professional painter. Referral cash commission is based on per transaction and not on accumulated purchases. For more information, call phone numbers 0777 366 142 or 0555 386 177. Zize Quality Paints, give your property a shine.
Let me see you.
Made with ginger, coconut water, natural juice flavor, vitamins and minerals is Muncie Power Drink. Muncie Power Drink helps reduce high blood pressure, get rid of toxins, help improve children and adult memory. It also helps the body fight effects of excess sugar. Muncie Power Drink has no added sugar, no artificial flavors, and all natural ingredients. It is a healthy drink for just everybody. It has 4 natural juice flavors: pineapple, mango, strawberry, and turmeric. For wholesale or retail purchase, visit major supermarkets across Monrovia and its environs. If you are outside Monrovia, You can do your purchase at Kakata Supermarket and Ataro Business Center in Ganta. You can also visit our store on the Oro, right next to the American School. For more information, call us on 0770 307 572 or 0776 580 730. Muncie Power Drink, not just your regular energy drink.
And I want to carry my...
Do you need a car?
Ready for an upgrade?
Then come to Sika Motors, sole distributors of Toyota vehicles, Mitsubishi vehicles, and Yamaha motorbikes, genuine accessories and spare parts.
You name it, we have it. We have the 2022 brands of Toyota vehicles. Select from our new Toyota Starlight,
Toyota Belta, Toyota Rush.
We've got the best deal in town through our Sika Motors financing schemes with selected banks, EcoBank Liberia and UBA Liberia, starting at the lowest as 500 USD. You won't believe these prices. Come for quality, reliability, and durability. Take a spin and let's make a deal.
Sika Motors on the UN Drive at Sayotown, Bushra Island, or call Sika Motors on +231 775 987 758 or email cmarketing@cfao.com. Sika Motors, drive with confidence.
We all know the headache we go through sending money to our loved ones, friends, and family in Liberia. High fees, long lines in banks, the usual complaint of the system being down, such a waste of time and energy. That is why I was very happy when I learned that SendWave is now in Liberia. So now I can send money anytime from anywhere directly from my smartphone to the MTN Lone Star Cell mobile money account of a loved one, friend, or family within seconds for just a tiny fee. So download SendWave now to your phone from your Apple Store or Google Play Store. Add your details, and don't worry, they are very safe and secure. And start sending money today. Don't forget to insert the promo code COSTA to get free $5 credit added to your first transfer. SendWave is secure, super fast, and by far the most affordable way to send money to Liberia. I'm Henry P. Costa and a very happy customer. Thank you.
Good morning, folks. Good afternoon, good evening. Depends where you are. If you just tune in, good morning, welcome. This is the Costa Show. I'm Henry Costa. Boakai Amara Kamara is my co-host there in Monrovia. I'm in the United States of America, specifically on the Eastern Seaboard in the beautiful state of Delaware. And it is 5:30 a.m. here in Delaware. It is 10:30 a.m. in Liberia. We're glad to be here. We have lots and lots of talking points today on the Costa Show. Boakai, what's up?
Good morning, Costa. I don't know. You are not sounding too okay this morning. You have to check up your
I'm
sound.
not. You can't hear me well?
You are sounding, but it's a little low. You are good, but it's a little low. So I think you need to up the volume a bit.
I'm a little low. How
Yeah,
can I
let me
be
say good morning. You said?
Okay, let me ask the people who are watching Facebook, how loud or how audible am I? Folks, please give us a sound check feedback there, because it appears to me that I'm loud.
Okay, now it's okay. All right, so folks, we're trying to do some adjustment there from Costa's end. Let me say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Depends on where you are joining us from. Today is the 24th day, the first month of 2023, and we are here. Yeah, of course. Want to say something so we can.
How is it now? Okay.
Yeah,
Is it
it's
good?
okay now. It's good.
All right, that's
Yeah.
good. Yeah. All right, fantastic. So, did you see Carrasco's post from yesterday? His last post.
No, I don't know. You know, the man.
He said he has been advised to stop talking about his rubbish that he had been talking. So whoever advised him, I don't know, maybe his boss, finally grew some conscience and some decency and told him to stop writing rubbish on Facebook. I don't know who might have advised him to do that, but maybe his boss. So also, and the Prince Johnson's party, MDR, is in total chaos. And to be honest with you, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it, and we're going to talk about it. Prince Johnson had an interview with James Botti yesterday of the VOA. We're going to play that interview this morning on the show. And Prince Johnson's, one of the vice chairman in his party, a guy who used to present himself as Prince Johnson's son, has been turned into an attack dog against Prince Johnson. Deputy Minister of Commerce Wilfred Bangura.
Yeah.
Wilfred Bangura has been turned into an attack dog against his master, Prince Johnson, just because of that job. Deputy Minister. Now, you all know I have absolutely no lost love for Prince Johnson. I don't like the man. I despise him. I don't think he should be occupying the space or the place that he holds in our political space for the kind of person that he is. But he is what he is, and he plays the role that he plays. So, but Liberia is such an interesting country. Prince Johnson made Wilfred Bangura. It was Prince Johnson who even recommended Wilfred Bangura for the position of Deputy Minister of Commerce that he currently holds. Now, because Prince Johnson and the CDC folks are at loggerheads at the moment, at least, the CDC people have put Wilfred Bangura up against Prince Johnson to publicly come out and attack Prince Johnson in order to justify and maintain his job. If you don't attack your master, we will fire you. That is Liberia for you, Walker. Your master recommended you for the job. But don't forget now, the president is the hiring and firing authority. Your master has been bashing the CDC. Your master is undermining the CDC. So if you do not come out to condemn your master, to attack your master, we would then consider it as disloyalty to the president. And you got to choose between your deputy minister job and your loyalty to your master, Prince Johnson. Oh, well, Wilfred Bangura easily chose his job over his master. Well, that's it there. That's Liberian politics for you. He chose his deputy minister job over his boss. So I'm going to send you something, but I want you to play it. Prince Johnson appeared on the VOA yesterday. He said he made some very startling revelations, which we're going to play here. Now, Wilfred Bangura said, Wilfred Bangura, of course, was the Secretary General of the party. And then, of course, he became the acting chair at some point, and I believe now he holds a position as vice chair. Wilfred Bangura went on to say, among other things, that Prince Johnson, that the party was not founded for one man. That Prince Johnson, the party was not founded to advance the interests of one individual. He said they will never allow Prince Johnson to behave as though the MDR is about him. Wow. He said,
since when
he said it has fallen to him as his most sacred duty to salvage the MDR from the hands of parochial demagoguery or political demagoguery and mercenaries. Speaking people. He said the MDR was never founded to nurse the parochial and chauvinistic interests of anyone. That's been Johnson. It was established to represent the overarching interests of the Liberian people. Wilfred Bangura went on to say that despite the showboating of Prince Johnson and Jeremiah Kung, He says he stands with the president to ensure the president's re-election. And he will do everything legally, morally, and politically possible to ensure that the president is re-elected with a decisive mandate in this year. This is a foolish little boy. Foolish boy. He's just a foolish boy. Prince Johnson made you who you are. Without Prince Johnson, you were a nobody. You were just some boy who just crammed a lot of big words and who just went about desperate to appear very sophisticated and as an intellectual. You were just spewing, had those big words coming, spewing, gushing out of your mouth, cascading out of your mouth. And that's all Willie Bangura was. A boy who crams a lot of big words that he really barely doesn't know the meaning of. That's who he is. And Prince Johnson made him who he is. Now he's attacking Prince Johnson. But then again, I'm enjoying it. What did I just say earlier? I said that I am enjoying what happened to Prince Johnson. You fatten the frog, and the frog start acting frisky on you. Prince Johnson deserves what he's getting. Now, we're going to go. The problem they're facing is simple. Prince Johnson has decided that he and his people will not support George Weah for his re-election. Prince Johnson said the contract expired in October 2022. Now, Bwaga, I'm sending the clip to you. You're gonna give it to George. I'm sending it to you and George. Forward this clip to the. Hold on. Forward this clip to the. Hold on, Bwaga. I want you to forward the clip to the 8-minute 32-second mark. Did you hear what I said? Forward the clip to the 8-minute 32-second mark. That link, forward it. And that is when you will hear Prince Johnson's voice in the interview. You have the clip. It's interesting. Prince Johnson is not a man you can go into a meeting with and expect to exercise discretion. He will spill the beans at any time if he believes it's in his interest. And that is what he has done here. According to him, in this interview with James Borty, which was aired yesterday, Prince Johnson explains that the CDC folks sent a huge delegation to beg him, to kneel down before him and beg him. According to him, the delegation included the former Minister of State, Nathaniel Fallow McGill, the current Minister of Finance, Samuel Ditwe, the Chairman of the CDC, Moba K. Molu, the Minister of Labor, Charles Gibson, and a number of other CDC officials. They went to him, according to Prince Johnson. What is it? Can you hear me?
Yeah, so it means that the government is still doing business with McGill. When McGill is still negotiating between Prince Johnson and the CDC.
Yeah. But let me finish making my point, then you may come in. So, according to Prince Johnson, these people went to him and they said to him, Senator Johnson, we learned you are planning to field a candidate in the presidential race. We do not want you to do that because if you field a candidate, it would hurt the CDC's chances in the presidential election because Nimba County, we are counting on the votes for Nimba to help us in the election. So do not put up a candidate for president. That's what Prince Johnson said. He told him. Prince Johnson said he told them that the deal that he struck with them ended in October 2022, and that he and his party are no longer interested in renewing or extending that deal. Yeah. He said, among other things, that they believe that George Weah would have used his international clout that he supposedly claimed to have, or he claimed to supposedly have, as a former world best, former European best, former Africa best, that he would have attracted investors to the country. But according to Prince Johnson, that has not happened, and it does not seem like it will happen. According to him, the people are suffering. There are no jobs. Young men and women are going to college and graduating with degrees, and they can't find work. And so George Weah is not fit to be president. And as such, Prince Johnson, is not going to be supporting George Weah's re-election. But again, of course, this is Prince Johnson we're talking about. This man is not to be trusted. But these are his words. And for us in the opposition, we are enjoying this. We're enjoying the crumbling of the CDC camp, of their coalition. The coalition is crumbling. So, Boakai, you may now come in with your point, and then after that, you go ahead and play that clip so we hear it, what Prince Johnson had to say.
Okay, my point is, Costa, of course, we don't trust Prince Johnson. That's the first thing. We don't trust him when it comes to anything. But this time around, Prince Johnson is going too dirty on the CDC folks. Prince Johnson, normally when he used to play like he politicking, by just talking on the surface, and then they call him in the corner, give him money, and then he will stop what he's talking. But this time around, it been consistent. We are going to close to like 2 to 3 months now. He's on the back of the CDC and their officials, their top officials. And this is another point. He made a point that he said McGill was part of those that went to negotiate with him.
He said that.
To come back to the CDC. So if this is coming from him, Prince Johnson, it means that the government is still in bed with Nathaniel McGill, even though the U.S. Embassy and the American people have told us that anybody that is doing business with any of the sanctioned officials stand the risk of being sanctioned. So President Weah and
except you have not been following Prince Johnson. I do not trust Prince Johnson. 1%. I do not trust Prince Johnson. I like what James Botte, my good friend, said to him in the interview. Botte said, but Senator Johnson, people don't trust you. They say you're doing this for money. Oh, I like that question Botte posted. Wakai, if you have any amount of trust in Prince Johnson, I'm grossly disappointed in you. Because then you don't know Liberian politics. Look, Prince Johnson is the man who you can go as in 2011. Let me give you an example. When my boss at the time, Winston Tubman, was standing bearer of CDC, 2011, we went and sat down with Prince Johnson. I was not part of the delegation, but they went and sat down with Prince Johnson. Prince Johnson told them that he would support Winston Tubman in the second round. Right after they left Prince Johnson's house, they were smiling, everything was fine. A few hours later, we heard Prince Johnson on the BBC. You know the BBC tune. Senator Prince White Johnson has endorsed Ellen Johnson for what? I mean, a few hours after the meeting with Prince Johnson, he declared support for Ellen. So you said and then you talk about, look, but anyway, go ahead and play the clip. Let people hear Prince Johnson. So all this thing is Prince Johnson is doing. Prince Johnson is simply raising the stake. The reason Prince Johnson even wants to put Jeremiah Kun in the race is to get money. The only reason Prince Johnson knows that Prince Johnson could not be president, that Jeremiah Kun will be president. Who the hell is Jeremiah Kun? Prince Johnson is putting Jeremiah Kun in the race because he wants to get money. He's raising the stake. He's negotiating. That's what he's doing. He's negotiating. He's driving a hard bargain. He's upping the notch. He's upping the notch. He's upping the notch. He's upping the notch. So that if you want him to give you 1 million, by the time it gets really critical, it's going to go up now to 2 million. That is exactly what Prince Johnson is doing. Sitting there and talking about, oh, this has been a long time now, and he seems to be consistent against Weah. You don't understand Prince Johnson at all. I do not trust Prince Johnson in the least. If Prince Johnson day has broken, I will not believe him until I look outside to see myself. That man stands for absolutely nothing but money. And James Botte told him in that interview.
Okay, let me play the interview.
Yes.
Yeah.
Play the interview. said the 8-minute 32-second mark.
Good morning, Africa. Welcome to Daybreak Africa from the Voice of America. I'm James Barty in Washington. Today is Tuesday,
Okay.
January.
I said the 8-minute 32-second mark. I was very clear. 8-minute 32-second mark. Forward it. That's when Prince Johnson comes in. Listen to him, folks. And we've got some other interesting things. So I got on a Fangon skin. You know, these guys talk about me all the time. They want me to just mention them. So a friend said to me, I said, my man, perhaps you should not have mentioned Fangon. You see what you've done? The man got lots of views. I said, well, let him enjoy himself. Fangon made a threat. I saw the thing. I didn't watch their show, but I saw somebody extracted a particular portion of the show, and they had it all over the place. Fangon said to his friend, Kev Hassan is the one who Fangon was living with when he returned to the States after he lost his job, after he was disgracefully dismissed. He came back to the States. Kev Hassan was the one who gave him a space to rest his head for a while until he moved in to live with his girlfriend. By the way, he's living with his girlfriend right now. And all the money Eugene Fangon was making in Liberia, only to return to America to be living with Kev Hassan, and then later on to go to be living with his girlfriend. He's staying with his girlfriend now, just so you know. He's in America, of all places where you can get jobs, but he's living with his girlfriend, just so you all know. Now, the same way you're living with a girlfriend in 2017, I think we're living with a girlfriend now. foolish man. He all can want to put more on me. Foolish, envious people. Fangon, let me tell you something. As old as you are, you will never reach my level. I am more important than you are. I'm more sophisticated than you are. I'm more educated than you are. You have nothing. Nothing. Every time he opens his mouth, he wants to talk rubbish about me. Every time. I want to ask him one question. So you claim that you knew ever since that these auditors were murdered by the government for which you work. For which you work. And you didn't say anything to us ever since. Yeah, Lamy family, you are brilliant. He said Fagon is back to the roots. But 2017, remember he get every store. He's gonna be the better boy and stuff. This is America. They make up papers. He ain't got no business, he ain't got no job, he ain't doing nothing. In America. They ain't get 1.1 people who got businesses, who employing people. Yeah, fully spent. But listen. Fangon should have told us ever since, Waka. He should have told us ever since what he knew about the auditors getting murdered. He was in the government at the time.
Please check your WhatsApp.
He was in the government at the time. He did not tell us. But when his friend kept Hassan pasting off on their show, Spoon Talk, that's when he made a threat to Kev Hassan. If you offend me again, if you talk to me again in that way, I will deal with you. I will tell the people how your government murdered the auditors. Oh! So you, Fangon, you know how the government murdered the auditors? Decent, fine people. Eh? And you are saying that you will only talk if Kev Hassan offends you? My boy, listen to that. He didn't say he will talk. He said if Kev offends him again, he will talk. That's what he said. That's what he said.
Please check your WhatsApp. And Fagon, I listened to him. He coming up last night, trying to beat around the bush on the issue about the auditors. Fagon should man up.
Anyway, Missy.
Fagon should man up and then and tell the Liberian people what he knows. Because when he was in government, he was serving as the Deputy Minister for Information. He was lying to the Liberian people about everything that was happening. He never told us that the auditors that were found on Broad Street in a car, they had sand on them when he was in government. But now he's revealing that they had sand all covered up on them when they were in a vehicle. He stood by what the president said. He told us that the president have already made it clear that they were making love in a car and they suffer from carbon monoxide that will kill them. So now he coming up because he's no longer in government, coming up with all of these revelations, Fagon should man up if you know anything about the auditors. And he was clear last night. He said he believed that they were murder. When last Fagon knew that? Why when you were in government, he never told us that the people he believed that the people were murder, because he was still milking from this government. Because now he's sitting in the US, enjoying, living a free life. So now, because he's no longer in bed with this government, that's why he's coming up. And if you know what the Liberian people don't know, man up, Fagon. Be a man. Tell us what killed them. Let the Liberian people know. Let the Liberian people be the judge. We know that you know something. According to you, you were there with McGill when the auditor carried the documents, a huge part of document to give it to McGill. The man said that he was not going to give a document to any other person beside McGill. And then they were unable to see McGill. Yeah.
Check your WhatsApp. I just extracted the audio from yesterday's VOA interview with Prince Johnson and sent it to you. The one you were clicking on was actually today's Daybreak Africa. So I just sent you the one from yesterday. That is where you should find it. So forward that one to the 8th minute 32-second mark. 8th minute 32-second mark. That's when Prince Johnson comes in. So yes, so that's the thing with Fagon. Fagon likes to, he's trying to reinvent himself. He's desperately trying to reinvent himself. And unfortunately, nobody takes him seriously, because we put Fagon on radio. Ben and I, Yuri, put Fagon on his radio, and we helped to uplift him. He betrayed Yuri, ran to CDC. They gave him a little job. He got in over his head. He used to talk all kinds of rubbish and spew all kinds of hateful things. Let me say this to you.
Yeah.
Then people say, they said Fagon said, I knew how Harry Greaves died. We went into an investigation into the Harry Greaves thing. We even put up money, cash reward, for people to come forward with information on how Harry Greaves met his end. For the kind of work we were doing about the Harry Greaves thing, the government people under Ellen Johnson, they had us brought in. The police took me in at the police headquarters to question me for hours. My lawyer, then Councillor Tiawan Gonglo, had to go in to sign for me to have me released from the custody of the police. They said I should tell them my sources or the information I was getting. They wanted to know the sources, who was telling me what about what happened to Harry Greaves. So we were investigating. So Fagon should not even try to say, oh yeah, people say Costa knew something, but I was in America when Harry Greaves was killed. I was in the United States. We launched an investigation into how Harry Greaves died. We put up reward money. And I was not working in government. I didn't work for Ellen. We put up a reward money. We said, anybody having information on how Harry Greaves died, come forward. Let me tell you what made the police to call us in. We received information that we put out. That is why Ellen and her people got scared, and they had the police call us in. They detained me for hours. And you know why they were asking me? Tell us, who told you what you said about how Harry Greaves died? The information we got was this. We got information that an NSA officer was one of the people involved in the attack on Harry Greaves that led to his death. And guess what? Harry Greaves had a black belt in karate. Harry Greaves fought with them.
Yeah.
And according to the information, Harry Greaves seriously wounded one of his attackers, one of his killers. And that guy was then taken, that NSA officer was then taken, or operative was taken to JFK. So the information we put out that caused the government to panic was when we said on the Costa Show that if your husband or your brother or your cousin or your friend is an NSA officer and has not come home since the 28th of January which year was that when Harry Greaves was murdered? 2016? 2016, I believe. We said, if your brother or your cousin or your husband works for the NSA and has not returned home since the 28th of January, go to the JFK hospital, you will find him there. He is believed to be one of the people involved in the murder of Harry Greaves. That information caused the government to panic. Fomba Salif reached out immediately through my cousin to say, what is Costa talking about? You see? And guess what? The next thing we learned, the NSA officer who was at JFK receiving treatment was flown out of the country. Okay. So in the Harry Greaves case, we were digging. And our digging scared the government that they dragged me into the police headquarters for questioning to tell them my sources. How you will call me, and you, the police, is to be investigating how Harry Greaves was murdered. You call me, I'm a talk show host. You call me to tell you my sources who told me that an NSA officer was taken to JFK hospital. Impossible connection with Harry Greaves' murder. So that is what happened in the Harry Greaves case. But in the Fangong case, Fangong never told us what he knows about the auditors. He only made a threat to his buddy Kef Hassan, his former roommate, Kef Hassan, that if you dare question me again or attack me again for your government business, I will expose your government. I will tell the people how the 16 billion was stolen and divided. I will tell the people how the auditors were murdered. So Fangong, you knew how the auditors were murdered and you kept quiet all this while? You never said a word until they fire you and disgrace you? But when I go and play the Prince Johnson interview, then we're going to go back to it and discuss it further. Play it for us, please. Waga, I downloaded the thing, I sent it to you, I made it easy. Just click on it and forward to the 30.
Including those from the ministries of finance, labor, a former minister of state, and the chair of the CDC.
8-minute 32-second mark. You went too far. The 8-minute 32 seconds.
We have 3 election chances. Johnson tells me the delegation included several top ministers, including those from the ministries of finance, labor, a former minister of state, and the chair of the ruling CDC.
We have a candidate, standard bearer, to run directly, and they are saying, no, we should not run. We should support Mr. Weir. If we do, it's in the front to Mr. Weir and all kinds of talks. And we say we are a party registered under the law of this country, and our support from 2017, October, it ended October 2022. So there is no more document binding. And during this 6-year period this year, we have observed that what we expected in the past is not what we see on the ground. We believe, as one of the Liberian people believe, that being the world best, European best, African best, all the best, that his election would have attracted investors to Liberia to create jobs and alleviate the suffering of our people through their investment and employment. But since this election, the world has abandoned us in the sense that no investors are coming, and what we're doing in the country is just ratifying loan agreements all the time, and you cannot build a country based on loan and internal revenue within the private sector. So things are very difficult in the country. The unemployment rate is escalating. So there's nothing encouraging to give Mr. Weir second term. That's why we decided to quit.
Senator, help me. You said a delegation from the ruling CDC came to see you. Who are the members on that delegation?
Well, the Minister of Finance, the former Minister of State Presidential Affairs, the chairperson of the CDC, Mr. Mekima Molu, Professor Wilson Tata, EPA Director General, the Minister of Labor, Minister Charles Gibson, and many others.
Senator, how do you say there's no development? As recent as I think earlier this month, the president dedicated a hospital. I see pictures of roads being paved.
Jimmy, that's a different thing. I'm not saying there is no development. There are some level of development. I am saying the high rate of unemployment is a major concern. When investors are not on the ground to provide jobs, that we are living the sufferings. We're talking about jobs for our people. The jobs will put food on the table. The jobs will help our people. Those university graduates every year, when they graduate, no job, their degrees are hanging on the walls, and they continue to increase the number of unemployment.
Let me ask you, Senator, in the past, you have supported President Weah. And this is the reason why I think people accused you of selling your NIBA vote for money. Some people are saying you are making all this noise because now you want the government to give you more money.
That's what I hear people say, but they are on the wrong side of history. That is not my nature. I don't know of any market where they sell votes. They say these things, but is that true? If I form an alliance with you, I collaborate with you, and I find incompatibility, coupled with that, the agreement expires, I can no longer renew that agreement.
But why not support one of the parties? I mean, how certain are you that your candidate might win?
We are open to all parties. We are working with ANC. We are working with the Unity Party. We are working with the newly certificated party, EFCC. All of the parties on the ground, we are working with them. So one party cannot win with all the other in the country. So you mean all hands on deck.
Senator Johnson, it is always a pleasure to speak with you. Thank you so much.
End it there. He said, you know, no market where they can sell votes. You lie. You get market where you can sell votes. You tell the Nima kind of vote you carry around and go sell like your pa rubber farm. You lie. I know no market where they can sell votes. This is what he has been doing for a long time. Selling votes. Huh? Bugger? They ain't gonna talk about
pay to play.
Yeah, pay to play. The American people sanction you for pay to play business. Why did they sanction Prince Johnson? For pay to play.
Mm-hmm.
Pay to play. Then he sit down there and talk about he's not selling votes. But listen, on a serious level, Prince Johnson will support CDC in the end. Mark my words. When the price is right, when the right offer has been made to him, he will come back and tell us, the way I see it, they job we have ball, we need to get the ball one more time. And that is exactly what this Prince Johnson man will do. Baga, do you know who is being tipped for the next Minister of Information?
The former representative,
District number 11.
Gabriel Yinkan.
Gabriel Yinkan.
Because that he been being a job ever since. They been asking the president for that job. So, what's the relationship between President Weah and the now information minister? I think there are no good relationship anymore.
Ledger Who is out. It's just a matter of time. Ledger Who will resign. Ledger Who has already been asked to resign, and the Gabriel Yinkan will be appointed Minister of Information. Gabriel Yinkan will be ferocious. He will be the usual combative, person, and as we all know, so that's the Gabriel Yinkan we expect. Ledger already, he's out. He's out the door. I think Ledger just got to the point where he realized that he doesn't care. That's what I'm told. Ledger has confided in people he's close with. He has told them that he just doesn't care. They can take their job and he doesn't care. They've never supported him. They've never regarded him. And he's not going to go out there and stick his neck on the line and for things that he is not personally involved with, And so Ledger Who is gone. Gabriel Yinkan, on the other hand, he doesn't care. He wants the job. He's going to do whatever he can to prove himself loyal in order to get the job.
Yeah, but because now the problem is that how they call him, Ledger say father can cook cabbage. So maybe the father that can cook the cabbage, Gabriel Yinkan can make the father to cook cabbage. So that's why they come to employ him.
Gabriel can call Mama. If I can call cabbage, I can call Mama. And Gabriel a crew man. Crew, let Mama. So, voilà. Let's do running that Congo ball. So he won't play the money to cook cabbage. Cabbage is expensive to cook. Gabriel Yinga na man. So get Gabriel Yinga Mama.
Because I honestly no ministry that they can beg you go to the ministry of information. Damn me, my man. The minister himself can be. So you as a minister, you being appointed as minister for that ministry.
But you know, Legend will also say, Legend will say he get co-part of your too. Oh no, that in a Fagon said that he get copa. He said that copa. He said that Robert copa again. He copa iron. He get iron C2. So fire get on. Oh my God! Look, let me tell you something. Gabriel Yinga. For those of you who don't know, Gabriel Yinga and I hosted Gabriel Yinga on the Costa Show many years ago in 2014. He was a sitting representative at the time. The interview nearly degenerated into a fist fight between us. When I was at Heart FM, before we started Voice FM, and then of course later on Roots FM. Gabriel Yinka and I nearly fought in the studio. He got up and ran outside while the interview was still on. I was sitting there in my presenter seat. Gabriel Yinka was sitting in the guest seat. Gabriel Yinka got out and stormed out of the studio. The second time I had that experience in all of my years on the Costa Show was with Len Eugene Nagbe. Eugene Nagbe was Minister of Youth and Sports at the time. Eugene Nagbe them had gone and plundered in the county meat budget, the budget for the county meat. We got the information. We challenged Eugene Nagbe. We wrote him a letter, and we told him we invoked the Freedom of Information Act, requesting him to give us the entire breakdown how he spent over $1.something million for the county meat. Eugene Nagbe wrote us a letter back telling us that we should pay $350 for printing cost. Because under the Freedom of Information Act, when you request information from a government house, you, the person requesting the information, must pay for the printing cost. That boss sent us an invoice for what a printing house on Broad Street is called, man. I know F and something enterprises. But what is it called, man? There was a printing house on Broad Street, a famous printing house on Broad Street. Eugene Nagbe got an invoice, a pro forma invoice from that printing house, and said that's where he was going to make the copies. And the cost of the copies was $350. M&E printing, yes, M&E Enterprises. That's it, M&E Enterprises, M&Y or M&E, something like that. I think it's M&Y. That is not calling you try, but it is actually M&Y Enterprises.
M&Y.
Eugene Nagbe sent us an invoice from M&Y Enterprises for $350. Just because he did not want to give us the documents, he wanted to discourage us. So he said we must pay $350 to print the documents to give us the copies. That boy. I challenged him until he came on the Costa Show. That day we nearly fought. Oh, Eugene. Eugene came in the studio. He told us, I can talk faster than him and I can talk more sense than him. Unfortunately for him, I talk faster than him and I talk more sense than him. He's there looking for a words. The thing can just flow in my head. It can just flow. Then he want to mess me here. I said, you will behave here. He said, don't tell me that I'm minister. He said, I said, I'm the chairman here. You come here, you will behave yourself, or I will put you outside. Look, the guy was too bad. Eugene was bad. Eugene Nagbe didn't speak to me for weeks. I humiliated Eugene that day. I really enjoyed it. Oh, I humiliated Eugene. Eugene, I disgraced him. Everybody was fucking Eugene. Oh, Eugene, what made you brave to go on the Costa Show? Eugene to go in studio. He said, boy, the man was just challenging me for weeks. I had to go there to deal with him. You can deal with Costa? Are you kidding me? Very few of you have the intellectual gravitas to challenge me, let alone deal with me. Very few of you. Oh, I tell you that day. So, Buckeye, that is exactly what you guys do. The Minister of Information, they had to that ministry, nothing happening. Why do you think Eugene left? Eugene left and went maritime. Now Eugene chopping. Have you seen Eugene new vehicle? See the new vehicle Eugene got as maritime boss. See the new vehicle he drives. By the Minister of Information, nobody cares. One of the first ministries that will be shut down when Bwaka becomes president, that ministry will be shut down. We do not need a ministry of information. Every government entity and ministry has a public affairs department.
Yes.
The president has the press secretary to the president and several deputy press secretaries to the president. So pray tell me, why do we need a ministry of information? We don't. That ministry needs to be abolished. What we will keep, however, will be the Bureau of Cultural Affairs and Tourism.
Tourism, yeah.
We will keep that bureau. But we don't need a ministry of information. What does a minister do? And the arrogance they have is that when you give them money, then they will be able to drive the government's narrative. They will be able to change the narrative in the country. Who told you that? Nobody can change the narrative in the country by talking. Only the government, through its actions, through its performance, can change the narrative in the country. You have to, the people are not stupid. You think some minister can have regular press conferences or appear on talk shows or do nonsense like that? You think that will make the people not know that the government is corrupt and ineffective? No. No. You're wasting your time. You're absolutely wasting your time. But we're going to go to the phone lines and ask our people, what do you make of Prince Johnson's interview on the VOA? He said...
Costa, before we go there, there's an article on Front Page Africa that need us to discuss. They issued about obtaining a biometric. Before obtaining your photo ID card, you need a citizen ID card. That's another thing that is making news in the country. Front Page Africa published.
Well, good point. But initially when I read it, when I saw the headline, I was like, no, but I was infuriated. That was my instant initial reaction. However, I found out, I was educated on what the situation is. It is not going to be the singular requirement. It's one of the ways that you can prove that you are a Liberian. If you go to register and the election worker has reason to suspect or question your nationality as a Liberian, you will then be asked to produce some form of official identification. Whether it might be your Liberian passport. If you do not have one, they will ask you for your your national citizen ID card. If you do not have that, they will ask you for your birth certificate. If you do not have that, so it's a long list of things. Then they will ask maybe for an elder or two in the community to vouch for you that you are a natural born, that you are a Liberian citizen. You understand what I'm saying? So they're not going to be saying every single person. So I think Front Page Africa didn't get the story really correct.
Okay.
So it's a whole list of things that you're going to be, if they register, the person who is registering you, if the agent or the net worker who is conducting a registration has reason to suspect that you might not be a Liberian citizen, which is what makes you eligible to be registered and to vote, that agent would then ask you to prove that you are a Liberian. And there are a number of documents, nationally issued documents that you must produce, one of which you must produce to prove that you are a Liberian. One your national citizen ID card. 2, your Liberian passport. 3, your birth certificate. 4, for people in the community, elders to say, we know this boy, he's a Liberian. So, our friends at front page did not get that one right. Yeah. They had my blood boiling initially when I saw it. I was like, oh, no. This is ridiculous. We're going to resist this. But then I found out they didn't get it right. They did not get it right at all. That is not the thing. So my folks, do not panic. If you have seen the Front Page Africa headline, they're talking about millions of people might not vote or because they don't have voter and national ID card. No, that story is incorrect, it's false, and it's misleading. Our friends at Front Page Africa, we beg to differ. The story is sensational, but it lacks basic substance. It's misleading. And maybe it wasn't done maliciously, but it is misleading. It is not accurate. So we're gonna go to the phone lines now, but we want to hear from our people. As I said, Kalasco posted yesterday that he has been ordered or instructed to desist from talking further about the lies that he was spreading on his Facebook page about Joe Boakai receiving $75,000 from his boss, the president. He said he has been ordered or he has been advised to stop talking. Who told him to stop talking? I don't know. Maybe his father, George Weah, told him to do that. I don't know. But that's what he said in his own words on Facebook. So let's go to the lines and take some calls there. We want to hear what our people say about what they have to say about the Prince Johnson meeting with a cadre or a coterie of CDC officials. They went, according to him, to try to dissuade him from fielding a presidential candidate in Jeremiah Kun. Somebody come here the other day, my man, and Jeremiah Kun in Nimba, and man, it would not be good for us. And so I said, my man, I beg you, man, I beg you, please, I beg you. Don't get him my head for nothing. Jeremiah Kun run for president. Jeremiah Kun barely defeat Edith Gonglo Ware in Nimba in 2020. Up to now, it's still questionable whether Jeremiah Kun even really beat Edith Gonglo Ware for senator in the Senate race. Now, Jeremiah Kun worry about that he will be able to get more votes than DMV in Nimba County. I beg you, man. I beg you, please, I beg you. If anything, the only 2 people I'm concerned about in Nimba, I mean, the only other person other than, of course, the only person I'm concerned about in Nimba County, if they run for president, is Tiawan Gonglo. Tiawan Gonglo is the one I'm concerned about. Tiawan is a very well-respected son of Nimba County. If Tiawan Gonglo runs for president, Nimba will vote for Tiawan. We saw it with the late Joseph D.Z. Cotto. When Joseph D.Z. Cotto ran for president, he won Nimba County in 2005. He won. Joseph D.Z. Cotto got over 30-something thousand, almost 40,000 votes. So I am concerned that if Tiawan Gonglo runs, the votes that might come to Unity Party, Tiawan will take a huge chunk of those votes. You understand? But I'm not worried about Jeremiah Kun. I am not worried about Jeremiah Kun at all. Jeremiah Kun barely defeated Edith Gonglo Ware. In fact, there's still a big question mark as to whether he even did that. Prince Johnson is only making this threat of putting Jeremiah Kun up to run because Jeremiah Kun is trying to get money. And but here is another thing here. Hold on, let me just say this. Prince Johnson said he was stepping aside from the party as a leader of the party.
Yeah.
Why is he speaking to the VOA about the party as though he is still the leader? We told you that thing was a game. Prince Johnson will never turn power over to anybody in actuality. It's a whole sham. It's a facade. It's a charade. It's only meant to attract people to go do business with them so they can make money. If you say now you are no longer the political leader of the party, why is Jeremiah Kun not the one on the VOA giving interviews? Rather, you are still speaking as though you are the leader of the party. Why are top level CDC people and government people going to see you to negotiate rather than going to see Jeremiah Kun? When it comes to the money business, let me tell you something. Where's my friend? Bao Ko. Councillor Bauko. Bauko has been quiet. Bauko is a very nice guy. That's my man. He's a councillor at law. Bauko happens to come from, Bauko is a crime man. Bauko became the chairman of Prince Johnson's first party. What was the first party name, man? What was Prince Johnson's first party name? I don't know, LNDU or something like that. What was the first party name before that party was dissolved? He had a first party, but anyway, Bauko was the chairman of the party. They went for election in 2011. NUDP, thank you. NUDP, why you want to party name sound like sort of rebel movement? Bauko was the chairman of Prince Johnson's first party. So when they went for the 2011 election, Bauko King, he said it on the Costa Show. He said after the election, he said, my brother Costa, Prince Johnson went, they gained some money. Ellen gained a good bit of money. When they gave Prince Johnson the money, at that time, their headquarters were right there, Oro. Is it Smart Road or Gator Road?
Fish Market. VP Road?
No, Fish Market.
Yeah, VP Road.
VP Road. That's where the office was at. But VP Road. So Bauko was the chairman of the party. Guillaume, the Senate bearer, the chairman was crime man. You know why they did it that way? They say they want to show that the Guillaume and Crampo working together. That lie. Bauko said Prince Johnson went to Ellen Gay Ma in 2011 in the runoff vote. So Bauko said, my man, all of us support for the team. We win the election. Now the old man gave you something. Bring the team, get us something from there. They call it Prince Johnson, I won't answer that call. Prince Johnson not calling the mark from Ellen, he get a mark. So Bauko said, he and the party executive then went, they had a meeting, they said, okay, you know what happened? We will lock the party headquarters, we'll keep the key. Prince Johnson will not have access to the party headquarters. Say, you know, won't give us some of the money Ellen gained. They went to the party headquarters, they locked the party headquarters. They took the key. Prince Johnson get out now one day, he won't go to the party headquarters. The party headquarters locked. So Prince Johnson called the late George Webb. We had that recording. I think Bauko gave it to us to play. Prince Johnson called George Webb. The late George Webb. Because George Webb was crime man too. So he called George Webb. He said, on the phone, he had Prince Johnson on the phone. He said, George Webb, tell them your ball. Tell them your rent. He want to be told between Crampo and Gilpo again. Dang. He must move here from my party. Laying get my party, my party key. Their party yet at my party. Then I Crampo party at a Gilpo party. When you say the Crampo party at Gilpo party, then why you make Bauko German the party? He said, tell them all. If they want to open my party, I will send men to your hall 2 o'clock in the morning. They threatened to send men to Bauko house 2 o'clock in the morning. If Bauko, he opened a party headquarters and gave. He said, Judge, tell them or so. Tell them, man, lay move on my party. They party here, that Gilpo party, the non-Crampo party. If we not open my party headquarters, I will send men to your hall 2 o'clock in the morning. So George Webb recorded the call, of course, and I had Bauko got the recording. Bauko brought the recording, we play on the Costa Show. So Bauko said, my man Costa, we knew the men were not going to win. But we just went there because we wanted to have stake in the process. So then the money came and the men refused to give us some of the money. Look, bring on it, that hell of a man. I don't trust that guy. But let's go to the lines and take some calls there. And now you got Pikinele Bangura there. But guess what now? I am told that Bangura, Deputy Minister of Commerce, Wilfred Bangura, who led the BB words, Bangura and the Minister of Post and Telecommunications, Councillor Cooper Craw, who was also recommended for appointment by Prince Johnson for that job. I'm told the CDC people have encouraged the both of them. Listen, they are about to have a press conference to condemn Prince Johnson to pledge support to John Weah's re-election.
And Costa, my question is, if the seditionists are buying this from Bangura and Kopokra, do you think they will get the amount of votes they got in the past election when Prince Johnson was supporting them? That's another question.
No way.
So you see, the voice that Prince Johnson have in Nima, Bangura don't have it, Kopokra don't have it.
Who is Bangura, man? Who is Bangura? Who is Kopokra? But listen,
Prince Johnson,
they gotta protect their jobs. They gotta protect their jobs. So they are betraying their master. Yo, and Kopokra that the party chairman. Ain't the party chairman that the party chairman for MDR. Yeah. In fact, according to what I'm hearing, they're about to play the scene star Kimaya and then play on Mills June to expel Prince Johnson from a party. Look, Liberian politics is a mess. Tell dog where the Mantuno is off. Somebody say it's off. They say they are about to expel Prince Johnson from the party. CDC desperate. CDC so desperate, looking for all kind of way to ensure we are re-elected, which will not happen. Let's go take some calls. Let me find your opinion. That God beating them so.
All right, 0770-102-102-886-010383. Let's take this person. Nolai Kamara, good morning.
Fight.
Thank you all too much. Waka.
Welcome.
Pedro, good morning.
Welcome, Nolai.
Yeah, thank you very much. I listened to Prince Johnson this morning. And we're from Bangura, from MDR, and the other folks. So you can't be enjoying the fruit of the government and your political leader. So I enjoy the stance they want to take, because everybody knows the stance they want to take. Because you can't be government or political leader passing all around, denigrating the president. Because they know we want to commercialize.
Okay, so
Nolai, from the party, the way they dismissing for NUDP. Yeah.
Nolai, so you happy for them coming up to speak against Prince Johnson, right? Because they are talking in favor of George Weah.
It's a very, very decent and educated guy.
I asked you a very simple question. You answer me. You are happy because they are speaking against Prince Johnson, because they are speaking in favor of George Weah, right?
No, Prince Johnson, yourself, Prince Johnson left
all right. Today you know that Prince Johnson left money, eh? Okay, thank you so much.
Folks, sorry that Baga is freezing. I don't know why Baga is freezing. Hold on, let's see whether we get Baga back. Baga?
Yeah, you getting me, Costa?
So Lolai is celebrating Wilfred Bangura and what's the man's name? Kubokra, two people who Prince Johnson made. He is celebrating them going against Prince Johnson in support of George Weah. And these are the same people who can the party mandate, party discipline. Citizens, they are the worst hypocrites the world has ever known. But let's take more calls then. I beg you.
Let's take this person on this line. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. How are you?
I'm okay. Your name is joining us from?
Yeah, I'm calling from Costa Show.
Welcome.
Anyway, Costa, thank you for the show this morning.
You are welcome.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. I'll send it with you. According to Fagon, the revelation Fagon is given. For me, I don't think Fagon, nobody will be in government and will want to expose that government, especially the position Fagon. So I want you to slow down.
Wait. Let me ask you a question. Bagai, ask him a question.
Yeah.
He listening to you.
What is he a Christian or is he a Muslim? Ask him first.
Costa is asking if you are a Christian or a Muslim.
Yeah, I'm a Christian.
Okay, good. You and I belong to the same religion. Then let me ask you the second question. So if you saw somebody murdering somebody and the person is your friend and they kill somebody in cold blood and you know about it, What would you do?
Yeah, definitely I will expose this person. But one thing you make sure I don't lie.
Hold on. Hello, let Costa make a follow up. Hold on.
Then you will expose the person if the person kills somebody in cold blood. You saw but then you saying that Fagon should not have exposed the government because you're working for the government. Then at the same time, you say, my man, I'm not going to listen to you, man.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think that the right time Fagon is saying that he suspects that the people were murdered. What Fagon is saying?
Okay.
He's supposed to people were murdered.
All right, thank you. Now take Bibra Larry Kennedy on this.
You like I swear to God.
Good morning, Blacker. Good morning, Pedro. Thanks for the show, Chief.
Good morning, my dear brother.
Yeah, look, I want to just read two short things real quick because somehow the government doesn't seem to get the whole idea of the U.S. sanctions. So the first one is foreign entities, foreign people, the government that engage in activities that undermine U.S. sanctions laws, they themselves will be subject to a U.S. sanction. When Prince Johnson was sanctioned, guess what it said? It said Johnson has been involved in pay-for-play funding with government ministries and organizations for his personal enrichment. As part of the scheme, he was funding the government of Liberia. Then the government ministries were turned around and they were engaged in money laundering with part of the money. This pay-for-play scheme involves millions of US dollars. Johnson has offered the sale of votes in multiple Liberian elections in exchange for money. Mm-hmm. That's why he was designated under the sanctions, the 13818, the 13818, for being a foreign person who has engaged in complicit corruption for an extended period of time. So when you hear Prince Johnson on James Butty Show VOA saying that government ministers or government officials are coming to visit him, it goes now to the penalties for violating the U.S. sanctions laws. The penalty include they themselves can now be sanctioned because what are they doing? They are undermining U.S. sanctions. So they don't seem to get it. They do not seem to get it. I mean, you know something? Yeah, it is what it is, man. But thanks for the show, guys.
Yeah, but and before you go, people, another thing, McGill being one of the frontrunners in negotiating for the CDC government, even though the Americans have said that nobody should do business with sanctioned officials. I don't know.
McGill is sanctioned, Prince Johnson is sanctioned. The two of them can talk to each other. When you have somebody in here, it's all right. The two people are equally yoked.
Costa, there's another thing. He said McGill was one of those that went to negotiate with him. Yes, so now he knows such a revelation. It means that McGill is still a front runner. That's my point.
Exactly.
To Becca's point, Pedro, to Becca's point, you're sending a sanctioned former official that has been sanctioned to go talk to an official who is sanctioned, along with what's this? The National Sanction Counting Meet? It's absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. These guys are going to expose themselves to being sanctioned because the U.S. because the fine for others who are in the U.S. involves almost 20 years in prison and $1 million fine. Somehow these guys don't haven't learned to read what some of these laws mean. So, one sanction guy is we'll talk to another sanction guy. Okay, so fantastic. We'll have the FIFA World Cup of sanction. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.
That's it. Listen, the thing is simple. Like Larry said, it was very clear that Prince Johnson, Americans said he's been doing pay-for-play for years. He sells votes for money. These CDC officials went to him to do one thing and one thing only, to negotiate another deal to sell votes for money. And they said anybody doing business with Prince Johnson and the other people who are sanctioned themselves could be subject or could be subjected or could be considered for sanctions. But then again, these guys don't care. They think the American people will not find out. But let's go back to the lines. Waka, let's take some more calls there. Before we do, let me do a shout out here for little Jada Robinson. It's from today's your birthday. It's from your grandmother, Mother Sarah Tule. Jada Robinson of Florida is from your grandmother, Mother Sarah Tule. Happy birthday to you. She wishes you many happy returns of your birthday, as do I. Let's go to the lines and take some more calls that walk. Interesting conversation here this morning.
Let's take this person. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Bokai.
Welcome. Kamukai.
No, I'm not Samukai. I'm Wilson Nelson calling from Hawaii.
Okay. Sorry. Welcome, my brother.
You know, Bokai, I heard the leader was saying that all the time, Yuju Fakon were in Liberia. Why he did not come out, that has to do with the murder of those editors. But the whole thing about it is that, whistleblowers have not been safe in this country. So, the Bible says they are season for everything. Yeah. So now, for Gigi Falcon coming out, there was something that led him. God doesn't sleep. So that's it. That's the time. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's take Martina Kunate, Costa Princess. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Boaka. You forget, you said I'm calling Mr. Boaka, get calling Mr. Boaka. Please, I'm a senator daughter to my party.
Senator daughter, welcome.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Boaka. Good morning, leader. Good morning to our many listeners. Martina Konante, Costa Princess, soon to be senator daughter on the land this morning. Boaka, I'm so disappointed in our people who taking Fagon talks to be real and things. Nothing Fagon saying over there that strange to us. When our auditors were murdered, we told the world that they murdered our auditor because of certain audit reports. Our 25 million mop-up exercise, we told the people because Samuel 12 said that they distributed the money. In this morning day, he told that they distributed the money through pickups, not banks, to the banks. And we know that they stole our money. We told the people that they stole our money. And Samuel 12 coming out to tell about the stimulus package. We told the people that they ate our money. So nothing Fagon saying over there that we Liberia, we should celebrate and make it know that are breaking news in giving us. That man's a murderer. They sat on round table. You remember, before the government go after Henry Costa, Fagon was the one who told us that they coming for Henry Costa, they will eliminate Henry Costa. That comment, when you used to click on the comment, they were carrying it to Fagon personal page. Fagon came, he denied, he said it was a lie. How does somebody create fake page up to this time? We don't know about no fake page. Fagon is a murderer. Fagon know who murdered our people. Fagon and all sat on round table to discuss the murder of these people. Fagon not tell you all nothing screen here. We already know who murdered our people. So I have to see Liberians celebrating or satisfy idiot like Fagon, making it look like he in the interest of Liberia. Fagon get dropped today for them to fee or to give him money. Trust me, what Fagon saying he would never say. So I don't want any Liberian celebrating Fagon. Fagon not give you any breaking news. We already know our people were murdered. We know they stole our money. Everything Fagon is saying is belated, and we wait for 2024 so justice will be served. Thank you for having me on the land this morning.
Thank you so much. I'll take this person on the line. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, brother.
Yeah, welcome.
Let me say good morning to the leader, Honorable Costa. This is Bobby Abu Menska call from District 6 as the corporal. Brother, let me appreciate you guys this morning for the topic of discussion. So, brother, you see today for people that are on there, we don't need to get religion in Liberia. And it was not because all the atrocities that went on in the country, the government killed people around here. People were murdered. Today, just the last night in China, 11 people that they killed all the around here. So what now? Because you say you want to speak or to say the truth, when you serve a dedicated minister for information, but you lie to the public that the people die in car. Because the two people were very naive enough, they said, I'll put the glass on so we can die from homo carbon. I was going to so the people, it's not real to itself. Because now the people fighting for the job that now you want to say the truth. It's not because we already knew that the government killed the people. all our state auditors that die in the country. We know already. We don't need rocket scientists to scare us. These guys were not sick. They were not admitted to hospital. We know how they die in the country. They die and left their family behind here. And all of a sudden, there's no report on that. The people protest around for their family. There's nothing in those guys free. That today, Paco will be breaking around and nothing.
We gotta take somebody else.
Okay.
We were
Thank you.
not following, brother. We were not follow that ball. That bullshit living with web in America was on zero. Does it have a proper thing in the country?
All right, thank you so much, Tommy. Thank you. Let's take somebody from the WhatsApp number on the line. Good morning, welcome.
Yeah, good morning, Burger.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning, Costa. This is Brother Elijah from Minnesota, COP chapter. I called about the Falcon revelation. When Falcon was speaking, the first thing Falcon was concerned about that he kept emphasizing on was to vindicate McGill. That was the first thing Falcon was concerned about. He and McGill were together when the call came. McGill was feeling bad. McGill was this. So in that context, Falcon is telling us exactly who are those involved. For the fact that nobody accused McGill, but he just came on the show and started vindicating McGill right away. There's something smelling right there. Falcon don't want to say the truth. Falcon that McGill was involved because nobody accused McGill when Falcon came on the show and started vindicating McGill right away.
All right,
that's the point I wanted to make. Thanks for having me.
I didn't even get that part. You see that? So was he trying to protect McGill? Is that what you're trying to do, Waka?
Yeah.
Like nobody asked him. He just started.
Yeah. Costa, what he said yesterday in his own podcast before going on the Spoon Talk.
I never watched the podcast.
He said he was at McGill house when the auditor.
So how can you be? So even if you went into McGill house, if McGill did it, you think McGill said will go physically kill it?
So what he said, Costa, is this. So what he said.
Listen, just by being with me, I could send somebody to go kill somebody. Sitting down with me does not mean that I didn't do it. It's possible I might have paid people to go and do it. So just by saying, "Oh, I will Costa," when they call and brought the news that the people were killed, Costa and I were together. Costa looked like he was feeling bad. I can pay people to go murder people. Do you seriously think the auditors were killed by the officials that were indicted in the report? Eh? No.
But Costa, what he said the first day when the auditor carried the document to McGill, because he said he only wanted to give this particular report to McGill, and he was unable to see McGill that day, so he left. When he left, the next morning, Eugene Fagon went back to McGill house in the morning for them to have their normal practice in the morning to go and jog and whatsoever. So McGill left his own phone home. And then Fagon normally takes a phone with him when they go for the exercise. So when they went for the exercise, he received call that the auditor that carried the document to Eugene McGill house yesterday, the auditor has passed away. So when he told McGill that the auditor died, McGill was shocked. McGill added that, oh wow, they making yesterday with the documents and never received the documents. So how would the man die? So the man started, he said McGill started feeling bad.
But listen to me. Listen to me. I have a master's degree in criminal justice. Listen to me. There's another angle.
Yeah.
Waka Kamara brings a report to me that's damaging. He presents a report to me today. The next day, Waka is mysteriously murdered. Sorry that I have to use it in that context. Sorry. As a criminologist, I have to start thinking, could it be that the moment the report was given to John Brown,
let me just make a clarification, please. He went to meet McGill, but he was unable, the auditor was unable to meet McGill, so he took the report back with him that night.
He threw a report back.
Yes.
Okay.
Before the next morning, he got killed.
So the report was never delivered to McGill, according to
Yes.
Van Gogh.
Yes.
Well, this is all according to Van Gogh. But then again, why didn't Van Gogh call the names of the people he believed that killed him? Why? Why didn't he call the names? He should have called their names. Call the names of the people you believe that killed them. But don't just try to exonerate McGill. Don't try to just exonerate one person. Call the other people, call the names you believe. You may not have proof 100%, but who are your suspects?
That's it.
You have to name your suspects. Did Van Gogh say who were indicted in the other report? The people that were indicted in the other report would usually be the primary what? The prime suspect. Yes. The prime suspects are the people who would be indicted in the audit report, are the first people you go to talk to, because there's something called motive. Who would have motive to kill the auditors? The people the auditors indicted for corruption. Let's go to the lines and take some calls.
If I got him to speak out, Costa 0770. Yeah, because he kept saying,
listen, and he now wanted to talk. Who made him talk? The one post I did on Facebook.
Yeah, your post yesterday.
So he only threatened a man. When you make me vet, I will talk. But I mean, vet, he talk. He buying a threatening cat, but me buying he will talk. We may confess against who. Fagon needs to talk more. He knows more. Let him talk. Let him keep talking. Yeah.
All right.
I will just not post again today. Let Fagon talk more. Take some more calls there, okay?
0770-102-102. Let me take this person. Good morning.
How you doing?
Good morning. Welcome.
Yeah, brother, thank you. Good morning, Pastor. How you doing?
Yeah, go ahead.
Brother, my brother, we can't listen to people that use Fagon, because Fagon don't have anything to say to us. Fagon was the same person that sat down on the radio and he said Costa were going to be handcuffed in 67 and brought back to Liberia because Costa was a fugitive. He ran away from Liberia about 2 years ago to go to America. We can't listen to the people that are Fagon. Fagon and the people, Fagon feel the people already. Fagon looking for job. Fagon want job now. CDC already saying he just don't longer get job with CDC. So Fagon is looking at the opposition. I didn't even probably when he started to say this, it's time for him to say, oh, LGC Fagon come forward to us and we're getting job. We just Fagon sat down on the spoon and listen to him putting more on self-assign. And you know that when you went back in America, you're living in self-assign house. You're living in self-assign house and self-assign feeding everything you're cooking for self-assign.
Thank you so much.
Yesterday, I saw him putting more on self-assign. Saying self-assign must shut up. Self-assign, shut up.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Eugene Fagon no longer lives in Kev Hassan's house. He's now moving to a girlfriend's house so that everything can talk to Kev that way. When you were living in Kev Hassan's house, he could not talk to Kev that way. Just so you know. Fagon living with one girl. And they get doing everything for him. Yeah. The other day, he showed a boat. Even when that boat he had 2017, he used to be writing on, that a boat.
Yeah.
He showed the boat in the girl basement. He was showing the boat. Yeah. That the girl out there want to trouble again. The man is going back to a chop boat. But the only difference is the other guy, I guess, when he said the ball. And
good morning.
Yeah, thank you. For me, I want to speak to two issues very quickly. We all know Fagon to be a very loud more guy. For the fact that the man who explained the way Costa left the country, I strongly believe the way the people kill, Fagon knows about it. You can't come out and still continue to raise insinuation on how the incident went on and we got all of the wounds of the family. But I'm not saying nothing to me. We still doing the same Facebook insinuation the other people did. And secondly, to the issue of injustice, some of us, we are watching very closely with all of the political oppositions that have always been the engineer of the war crime code, talking about we should not in line with people that fought the war in the country. Prince Johnson is not somebody to be trusted.
For some of us who believe in Joseph Juma Bwaga, we are not a united partisan. We are looking at Joe Bwaga very critically. Nobody should do any political matter or any political arrangement with Prince Johnson. That Prince Johnson and man, we can't trust. So that is the point that I wanted to make this morning.
All right.
Thank you. Hold on. What my business that thought my business that in Bobo in the Bolo area. She said Nelly K. Harris. She said the guy said they call when I kill when Fagon is in country. Yo, Fagon get crazy cocky in. You know, put a bow up again. A bow. But when you got the Kev Hassan house, you know, put bow up. And you remember? When you're the Kev Hassan house, when you came out from Liberia after the fire, you're in Kev Hassan house, you never put board up. But now the man show a board the other day, man. The man ready again for 2023 to analyze. You know, I'm gonna like that kind of people who feel that they go to school, they must work in government. The whole dream that they get government job. Then 2023 year that the whole thing you will be on. Then Fagon goes on live and say, yeah, me, yo, I said it myself. Anybody want to bring money, I will support you. What kind of human being will do that kind of thing? What kind of man will be selling himself? Yeah, me, yo, I said it my low, my name Eugene Fagon. I got 3 AA degree. Yeah, me, yeah. That 3 or that 4. That 3 AA or that 4 AA.
The man said 3 AA.
Oh, the man said 4. My brother, how many AA degree Fagon get? Eh? The man get one Jew. The man cacking to the Jew hall right now that they pay the man living. The Jew working hard. The man I gotta pay bills. Seriously, I'm telling you serious.
And Costa, when Fagon speaking, let him thanks to Sister Calvin Adams for bringing that up. Let Fagon also tell us about Mambutu Vlayimpan, the late Mambutu.
Yeah, we want to know.
We want to know how was Mambutu. Yeah, Fagon tell us about other people. Let Fagon tell us how a Mambutu Vlayimpan killed.
We want to know. Fagon get diarrhea of the mouth. Fagon get free Wi-Fi. He get free bed to lay down on. He get free everything. Yeah. He get carried to the Jew hall. He get 4 AA degree.
Enjoy your 4 AA.
Why the man get 1 bachelor? So AA. Eh? What kind of man get 4 AA degrees? Let's go take some more calls there. Lay down to the girl. He get bored. If I don't work, you'll be having bored down in the basement. See, right now, the election, the election is coming. This is the board. You remember the board from 2017? That the board here. Let's go take some calls there, boy.
Let's take this person. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Your name? Where you calling from?
After the call, I will tell you why you left him.
Calling from Oro.
What's your name?
Let me tell you why you left him.
Welcome.
Yeah. Bless God to get this station. I better try again, get. Yeah. My pastor, I beg you. Our papi, Joseph Nimabaka, will beg you. The papi in our heart. But the people here, CDC, they doing serious campaign. So I want to tell you, I beg you. We also will be doing honor grant campaign until they meet and reach.
Okay, man.
Okay.
All
right, man.
Yeah, because some of us can be money, will know what they can be talking.
Okay.
So big, our house can be burning. So you'll be doing honor grant campaign too.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
We're talking.
Yeah. And where our party headquarters located now, there's one though.
Up Broad Street.
Up Broad Street. Okay. Now, Bwaga, let me tell you how the guy left him. I will not call a woman name. I know the woman very well. He brought a woman to my house before. 2016. So, first of all, Fagon never married a woman. That's the first thing. So, they were not married. She's a nurse. She's a registered nurse. I think right now she should be an RN right now. Yeah. She's actually an RN, or they got an RN and they got a nurse practitioner. I think the nurse practitioner higher than an RN, but she's one of them. So She's a hard-working lady. Her first name starts with the letter D, but I will not call her name to you. I will not call her full name. She is a nurse. So Fagon, she had a shop, and Fagon was in the shop living in West Virginia. Talking about state, but I so white people down there. It's a nice little place, you know, talking about the state. That's where Fagon was living. So Fagon was not working. He didn't let to work. So he was in the shop, and he had a bowl there in the place there in the ray or the bitter bowl, the pepper and tin, while the woman was working. Fagon, when CDC won, hey man, you can call a woman Nia, man. Somebody call a woman Nia. Hey, like, man, you know the whole story, man. James Barakaba, the man, you tap the woman in, then me call her, but I need a man called that the correct need. That the correct name. Yeah, that the correct need the man just called Jenna. That the right person. She is actually an RN. Yeah, she is an RN. So she's not a nurse practitioner, she's an RN. Because for nurse practitioner, you gotta have a master's degree. So she got a bachelor's degree. She is an RN. But it's a decent job. They make good money. One guy, Fagon living with a woman. 2017, when Fagon went to Liberia, 2018, when Fagon went to Liberia, after CDC won the election, after the inauguration and all, Fagon wanted to get job from the government. The government Fagon fought for. Fagon couldn't get job. The woman took $10,000 and gave it to Fagon to go to Liberia to lobby for job. Fagon paid $10,000 for the job. That deputy minister job they gave Fagon, it was not free. A woman gave him $10,000 to go and bribe to get that job. When Fagon went to Liberia, he paid for the job. Fagon turned his back on the woman. Okay. That woman that was providing him free horse, free food, free everything. They were not married. Free everything. The woman took her money. Now her money, the way nurses can work hard. Took her $10,000 and gave it to. Oh, but the man said it to him. Said too.
He said it. Yeah.
He paid $10,000, but he tired the source of the money. The woman gave him $10,000 to go pay for deputy minister job. He said, "Man, stupid and useless. How can you leave this country, you boy? This country here, brother, where you can go clean people say you can make money. You so lazy in the head, in the mind, that you gotta go bribe $10,000 for deputy minister job in Liberia. Fagon took his woman money, dead. I will just call her name. Her name is Dede. He took that woman $10,000 and went and paid for the deputy minister job. After Fagon got a job, Fagon turned to be sharp. He turned it back on the woman where he used to provide him food to eat and place to sleep and free comfort, intimate comfort from a woman. He turned it back on her. Fagon turned to be shy Mora. Fagon never used to even send money. Eh? my business Nelly K. Harris said, free house, free food, free sex, free kiss, free love, and many more free things. Now what Fagon is again. Fagon left free thing. Listen, man, I say so. He's like a be more man. They won't put more on people like productive, constructive people than like Fagon got a joy, he tell you about the woman. Okay? But what Fagon forgot to realize that one day they will fire him behind. When they fired the son of my swan, he had nowhere to come. Guess who received him? Kef Hassan.
Kef Hassan.
Kef Hassan received him, and Kef Hassan provided him free food again, free horse, free. Kef Hassan provided him free food, free horse, free everything. Everything free. So I said, Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Then Fagon was in our house eating Kev Hassan free food, getting free leg, talking BB talk, using a free Wi-Fi. Then Fagon found the other Jew. The current Jew of Fagon way now, I will not call it Jew. I know the Jew. So Fagon found the Jew, Fagon moved from Kev house to the Jew house.
Migration. Migration 404.
Fagon living with the other Jew. That is Jew. That is place Fagon staying now. Fagon was living out of Jew hall now on the I don't know when. Nana, you know what? You know what state living in Nana? Fagon. He living in New Jersey. When he came, he was living with Kev in Maryland. But now he living in New Jersey. That New Jersey he moved. Resettlement program. Look, if Fagon never had green card to come back to the country, I think he gets citizenship or green card. If Fagon, somebody just said Fagon living close to him. Thank you. Somebody just said, yeah, get a man comment, I will not call the man name. The man living close to Fagon living close to the man area with a new Jew. So that place in Fagon and Maryland, that New Jersey he living in the woman house, the woman working, he said also be more Fagon gang. You talk politics, you all know plenty of politics. That the kind of man will go put more on me. You think you must on the same level? I don't level woman. Woman level me. I create jobs for people. If I don't know how that document to come back to America, you won't.
But now you're drinking.
If I don't know how that document, that American paper, to come back to the country here. Then they Fagon pass around Maria. Let's say Oliver McCall went to the tea and bread shop, the full member. He said, Jalo, don't burn my ego. Then they follow Fagon in one Jalo shop in the morning. Tell the man, don't burn my egg. If Fagon never had that American paper, ain't what American document correct, because when they're also not straight in Liberia.
You rap it. Les men, sous les frères, les men look at les men low, so les men for he thought Maggie were going to make way for him, so he was still speaking for the government.
Yeah, that's what he thought.
I know my president would come. The president would rethink his decision and coming back to my position because Maggie was still giving him the hope. But later people knew that there was no way. No way he'd give it.
In the last 5 years, Fagon has lived in West Virginia. He resettled with Kev Hassan in Maryland. Then he migrated to New Jersey. Who knows where Fagon will go next?
Yeah.
Only God knows.
Right after the show, what are the not put him outside because of the
No, I'm sure Fagon can do it well. You know all what I'm talking about. Because when a woman provides free food for you in their country, let me tell you something, in the country, especially in winter time, cold, you gotta perform your duty.
Free food, free Wi-Fi, free talking.
So the other day, man, I don't want to talk about it. Let me lead it, man. And why am I talking about Fagon? Because, but Fagon will move to Minnesota because listen, and now to all my Minnesota juniors, what's up? But listen, Minnesota is one state where the Liberian girls, they are very generous. There is no other state where the Liberian women are more generous than Minnesota. The women can work hard and they know how to take care of men. I tell you, there is another ANC guy who get big more in your top, big top. His name is Remy Gray, Remy Gray. Remy Gray has not worked, I don't know for how many years. He living with a wife in Minnesota. The Minnesota women are very generous. The Liberian women in Minnesota, they're very generous. They work hard, they take care of you. Just perform your duty. What they can say in the army, they can say at all. They say duty before what? Duty before disorder. My bro, y'all were in the army before. What they can say, the way back so you no go there. They can say duty before disorder. All I talk can talk.
Duty before complain.
Duty before complain. Thank you, Mabigi. Duty before complain. Fangon can do his duty. Look, you know, back in the day, the men who can work that they don't want to complain. Baby, I'm tired, man. Baby, I'm tired. The men who can work, they can't complain. What are you doing? I see you. So you go tell your Fangon. He must not on the same level. Yeah. Now put about me again. Foolish man. Bye bye.
Yeah.
Passing around.